I rode 90 miles of Louisiana back road to see the birth of what's being called the biggest tech project in the state's history. Miles of quiet farmland, sleepy towns, and long stretches of asphalt where time slows down. Until suddenly it doesn't. One minute I'm cruising through open country, the next it's like I've stumbled into an anthill. Hundreds of machines moving dirt, cranes stabbing the skies, and trucks flooding every road. This, right here, in Richland Parish, is where Meta is spending $10 billion to build the largest data center in the United States. For my returning viewers who are wondering why I'm talking about a data center on a bike adventure channel, let me explain. As many of you know, I like to ride through the Kissashi National Forest in central Louisiana. These are back roads that only connect to more back roads, places where electric utility lines are barely justified, let alone high-speed fiber optic internet cabling, because, the trees need the internet, or that one guy living in the shack deep in the woods. It's a national forest. You guys know how those work. For a little over a year, I've been seeing these orange data cables being laid down alongside back roads that I like to ride down, including throughout the national forest, where it just doesn't seem to make any sense. And I didn't think much of it at first, but then I started to see them along nearly every back road I ride down, in every direction, no matter how far from the house I would go. And that's when I really got curious and started looking it up. Well, it turns out there's some initiative going on in Louisiana right now called Gumbo. It's a clever play on words. You can look it up if you want. But in short, they're trying to connect every insignificant part of the state to the internet. So if you were to jump out of a plane, land in some random tree somewhere, you would have internet. And I can't complain about that. It's also lining up, quite coincidentally, with the time frame of Meta leveling over 2,200 acres, precisely, which is over 2.5 times the size of Central Park in New York City. That's a lot of land for one thing. This is the largest industrial complex I have ever seen for a single purpose. And I just thought you might find it interesting. Right now it's in its infant stages of development, but it was a pleasant ride to get here, so I might check on it from time to see how it grows. If you've been paying attention to the developments of AI at all, there's a good chance you hold a similar opinion as me. It's a great tool when used in the right situation, but will have dire consequences when it's inevitably misused horribly. But fear not, that's in the future and not right now. Right now it's important that we allow AI to continue spending valuable resources making cute little videos of a kid being pulled by a pig on a trailer. Isn't that just adorable? There's no harness on that pig. How's that pig pulling the trailer? Oh God, how's that pig pulling the trailer? Oh God! And it's raining. That's not great. The ride itself set the tone. A pleasant, warm fall morning turned cold fast when an unexpected wall of rain hit me halfway there, which I was certainly not prepared for. Luckily, I live in a land of 1,000 churches, so there's always one you can duck under for shelter. I waited it out here, and it reminded me of how unpredictable Louisiana can be. That's unfortunate. I really hope we're not chasing this storm by accident. Definitely should have checked the weather before I left. But we've gotten so little rain over the past 2 months that I just wasn't expecting it. By the time I got rolling again, the air was thick past the dew point, so nothing was drying, least of all my camera lenses, worst of all my feet. Took only about 3 minutes of riding in actual rain to completely soak my socks, which meant we would have cold, wet feet for the rest of the trip. Oh joy. Having checked the satellite when we were stopped, I saw that we would be dodging a few of these rainstorms over the next couple of hours. Unfortunate, but necessary, as I was on a time frame. Luckily, we got into a town called Rayville, which is close to our destination, when it really started coming down, and I was stuck here for a few minutes. But thankfully, I saw an unexpected beacon of salvation off in the distance. Just needed to wait for the rain to hold up for a little bit so I could go warm myself up in the best possible way. The bottom just let out. But as soon as there's a little break in the rain, I spotted a Waffle House. I love rain. I always look forward to rain, but rarely does it ever catch me unprepared, and today it caught me unprepared, so maybe one of the very few times I wasn't looking forward to the rain. But Waffle House saved the day. Now, there it is. The smell of an early autumn fresh rainfall before the cold weather takes a sharp turn. It's a yearly reminder as to why I try to ride everywhere I go. Similar to encountering big city traffic, but with no big city to be found, within about the last 5 miles, the closer I got, the busier it got, exponentially, like following a trail of worker ants back to their colony. Considering the staggering amount of heavy equipment that needs to be moved for a project like this, you would not have been faulted for assuming considerable road work would have been done beforehand to support something like this. But if they had to wait for the Louisiana road crew to do anything, they simply would have moved this to a different state. So here in Richland, Louisiana, Meta is constructing, or more appropriately put, erecting the Hyperion Data Center campus. All facts aside, I enjoy the name. That's about the most American thing you can summon out of the ground in the middle of farmland nowhere. It's projected to cost over $10 billion, with $27 billion in the budget just in case. When finished, it'll cover over 4 million square feet of just building, which is, once again in the most American way possible, approximately 69 football fields. I know throwing large numbers into a video can start to lose their meaning because they're hard to grasp, but these next ones should hit you pretty good. At startup, it's expected to use 2 gigawatts of power, which is the maximum output capacity of the Hoover Dam. It would take an entire Hoover Dam to power this thing when it starts up. But it gets better, because it will have a maximum capacity of 5 gigawatts. That's London. We're building London in a 2,000-acre plot of land in northern Louisiana. So why Richland? Well, cheap and flat land is always good for building massive projects, but access to a newly built, vast fiber optic network, which was definitely a coincidence, certainly played some role in that. There's the friendly local government, and maybe, most importantly, a utility company willing to build the power grid to feed it. Louisiana offered generous incentives, and Entergy committed new natural gas plants and transmission lines to support Meta's energy demand. In a parish better known for its soybeans and pine trees, this is a once-in-a-generation transformation. On the bright side, projects like this bring jobs, thousands during construction, and a few hundred permanent ones once the campus opens. Nearby hotels, diners, and supply businesses are already feeling it. Meta's promised millions towards infrastructure improvements and community programs. Even the local internet backbone has already seen and will likely see more improvements, as we've discussed already. So in theory, everyone wins. For a rural parish of about 20,000 people, that's a major boost. But it's not all progress and sunshine. Meta's data centers consume a huge amount of power and water. That's forcing Entergy to fast-track new gas plants and grid upgrades, projects that critics say could raise the electrical cost for everyone far beyond Richland. And natural gas prices as of right now are not cheap, so that's not great. While Meta claims it's going to offset the energy with renewables, many environmentalist groups aren't convinced, and neither am I. I've rarely ever seen renewable energy resources go on without a hitch, quickly, or at all. I lived next to Cal State University in San Bernardino for years, where they once installed over $1 million of solar panels, which never got hooked up and then were removed a few years later. And AutoZone in my small town has installed solar panels on their roof about 2 years ago. They're still not hooked up. Probably never will be. Once again, I suspect a tax break. When you already have largely established electrical companies which inevitably have their wallets in the pockets of politicians, there's very little incentive, in fact, usually roadblocks, to install anything renewable. Do you honestly think a utility company would look at a project like the Hyperion and say, you know what we need? Less money. Let's install some solar panels. Now, I'm just some guy who likes to ride bikes, so don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself. Go look up what data centers are doing to the electric bill of nearby residents, and then ask yourself how those renewable offsets are going. It's easy to see the project as a win for Louisiana's economy, and in some ways it is. But a place like Richland Parish, where time once moved slow and life ran on a small-town rhythm, the arrival of big tech is going to change everything, far beyond just this parish. This isn't just another factory. It's the foundation of the digital world, quietly being built in the middle of nowhere. As I left the site, the rain had cleared and the roads were empty again, like the world had gone quiet after a storm. It's wild to think that behind those fences, the next era of artificial intelligence will soon be humming along, powered by Louisiana's soil and sweat. For better or worse, the future's breaking ground right here, and I got to ride straight into the middle of it. If you enjoy videos where I look for any excuse to explore new or interesting things on two wheels, feel free to subscribe. And if not, well, I hope you got some useful information out of today's video, or at the very least, were mildly entertained. Until next time, ride safe.